provide training for people in such situations. So not only that, after the training, you come out more aware, more experienced, and so that you take yourself onto any situation, you'll be able to make pretty good decisions under pressure. And also, once good decision is made, the less there is a possibility for any form of accident and casualties.
Yeah, definitely. 100% agree with that, because a lot of drivers nowadays also do simulators as well,
Mm-mm.
and they do their own e-racing at home as well. So that's always a good start. Um, and yeah, it and sim racing does help to train certain part and elements um of racing, like
Mm-mm.
respecting people on track, respecting the track limits,
Mm-hmm.
the car, the drives. I think those also come into play whenever you're doing sim racing as well. Yeah,
It's amazing because sometimes people don't see the whoa, that was close. Just mentioning
yeah,
it.
that's very close to the wall. Yeah,
Yeah, so the opportunity is endless. The collaboration and whatnot. There have been cases where some people are thinking of getting in certain countries, yeah, getting the kids off the streets. From anything that's like bad for their up and development. At least you got something here, something that's fun, something teaches them about discipline, about management, time management, and also an opportunity to get to know, to network people around the world with all these regional or global competition. All they need is just an internet, with a stable internet, a proper rig, and an opportunity to race. And who knows, no? And opportunity, Hamilton will arise from one of these children. They are actually using this as a form of entertainment, and eventually, as we understand, that will further develop later on. Yes, fun, but no, there's also a learning bit under there that they need to basically take on board as they progressively grow up and understand more about the sporting industry.
yeah, definitely. That's actually a very good way to use this as a sport and as a avenue to take kids off the street. Yeah, that's actually quite a good expansion of what we can do
Mm-mm.
in sim racing. But of course, we need to get people who are willing to spend the time to do that as well.
Mm.
That's always the other portion.
Mm-mm.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, I'd like to say a gathering of good minds, people with a heart, and anything is possible. To get all these plans up in the air. For those of you who just joined us, welcome. This is CMSC MSS Cup 2021. My name is Zachary Moselle, and with me here is Brian Chua. We are now at the practice phase of race 2. And looking the table on my left, we have Brian Ferreira in first position, Hayden Audi in second, Viren in third, Tiago fourth, Jensen Wong in fifth position, Kevin Pereira in sixth, Mavin Pereira in seventh, and Inuk M in eighth. And fastest lap recorded is by Brian Pereira for a time of 1 minute 37.341 seconds. Woo! That's fast.
that's fast. That's really fast. I think nobody has gotten quite close to him at this moment. If we won't be able to tell, but I
Yeah.
think nobody has gotten as much closer to him at the moment as well.
Yeah, the, the,
I
the,
think
the
everybody's
video
pushing.
the video we were watching, I think the timing was what, 1 minute 43 point.
Yeah,
Yep, yeah, that's a lot
yeah,
of difference.
yeah,
Yeah, actually.
yeah. So it's really much faster. But most of the drivers are hovering between the 39s to 40s. I mean, Kevin Pereira is one of those that were faster earlier. He's been hovering around the 39s and 40s. I think that is his pace at the moment. I would think maybe Brian has a slight advantage over the rest, maybe because he has maybe more practice and he's gotten it right.
Spy.
Uh,
This is a Nissan NSX, isn't it? Wow.
yeah, that's a NSX. It's the only NSX on the grid. It's always nice to see his NSX on the grid. It's a
It's
good representation. Honda and Croatia, so that's nice.
I like the shape though. It's quite aerodynamically looking quite nice. It's got a kind of mystery look in front of it. Black.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Of course, the NSX in real life caused a bomb. Uh,
Woo! How much we're
yeah,
looking at?
definitely.
VCOE.
If I remember correctly, it was a million, if I'm not wrong.
What?
If I remember
Really?
correct, if I remember correctly, correct
Wow.
me if I'm wrong. Anybody who is watching, um, yeah, I remember going to the Honda showroom earlier this year because my family were looking at getting a car.
Uh-huh.
And
Ooh.
I think there were posters about the NSX around.
Ah.
Um, because the NSX is considered a supercar, right?
Oh,
So,
yep, yep, yep.
um, so we're just talking to the salesperson, and I think she mentioned that, unfortunately in Singapore there's only two.
Oh, okay.
Uh, and most people who buy sports cars would rather go for the more branded ones
Okay.
compared to the NSX just because the brand difference and all
Yeah.
that. But yeah, so the NSX, if I'm not wrong, costs
Uh,
set you back about a million plus.
Whew.
I'm not sure if we include COE already. For those who are not from Singapore, COE is Certificate of Entitlement.
Yep.
You pay for this paper to allow you to own the car for 10 years, and after that, the car belongs to the scrapyard.
Ouch, ouchie. I can't be there. I
Yeah.
would most probably be crying buckets of tears when they crush my car.
Yeah, indeed. Uh, can you
Oh,
imagine the NXS getting crushed into a cube?
Sim
Uh,
Tia. Yeah. Oh, Tia. You look at it, cry
uh,
tears, box of chocolates, something like that. Anyway, well, I can't remember, for the life of me, I can't remember the model of the car, what the car. There was this particular car, very rare. Was it the Bugatti? I can't remember, something like that. That in Singapore, I think that someone only bought it. I think one or two person bought it, but you can't drive it on Singapore road.
yes, the Bugatti Chiron is in the showroom, sitting there very nicely.
Wow, this is the ultimate
And
like pai sui, you know. You pay so much,
yeah,
and then like I can't drive it. What? Really?
and the best part is you put in the showroom. Oh, there you go.
Oh,
So
oh,
something just went off
ouch.
the chicane.
Oh.
Yeah, but you can't drive the car. So basically, the car is just sitting there. So I have no idea why the guy decided to splurge.
I don't know because
I
they
don't think
can.
it's just a million. It's a
Yeah,
couple of
yeah, it's
millions on the car.
exactly. And I hope now that we're talking about sim racing, that the car comes with a rig, and so the only chance you can drive the car is that I bought the actual car, but guess what? I can only drive it on the sim. So yeah, why not? Why not? Let's introduce this onto the race if possible. Driving a
Yeah.
Bugatti. I was watching this what is it? The Top Gear, when one of the guy was driving the Bugatti. Who was there driving this? Fantastic car, raw
Yeah.
power, so much. It's nuts. I think you'll never really enjoy its space here in Singapore because the number of traffic lights that we have is an insult to the car before it goes up to second gear. Red light.
Ah,
And if you
I
want
think
to try,
even for the faster cars, it's the same thing. Like imagine you take a Ferrari or you take a Porsche. By the time you go to the
yeah,
next, you try to speed up a bit, but you start seeing sirens behind you,
yeah,
because he caught you for speeding. But
yeah,
that's Singapore, right?
Yep, and some of them are pretty smart because they know we only got limited roads, right? And some of them will go to the TPE to race, and always, haha, we got people there waiting for you. But if
Yep,
it's worth the
exactly.
thrill, that's it. Then of course due to the pandemic, we're not able to get the opportunity, and I know a lot of my friends with fast cars would always love to take that stretch from Singapore all the way to KL.
Yes.
Yeah, and of course now apparently our friends and neighbors in the north have special cameras with faster shutter speed to catch hold of your face as you smile as you get fined. Go piece. No, flash down, wind down your screen, and just give them a good look and smile. Hey, you can't catch me. Sorry, we got a second camera just behind this camera. Because this camera, you can't catch you, it will activate the other camera. So good luck.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that's a good piece of advice. I shall note that down, and remember when we do travel up to Malaysia, to the neighbors up in the north.
Yeah, I mean, the last time I drove, sorry, in Australia, the Great Coast, that little winding road all the way from Melbourne side stretch. It's crazy. It's so narrow, and most of the roads, right, in the evening, it's scary. It's so narrow. It's at the edge of the cliff, the road, and then there's no lights.
Oh
Good
man.
luck to you. You
Oh
drive.
man.
Yeah,
That's
nuts.
scary.
I know. Crazy.
You probably have to have Man of Steel. You have to be a Man of Steel to do that.
Yes, Man of Steel, that's the word, man.
Man of
Alright,
Steel.
yeah, man. If you just joined us, welcome to CMSC MSS Cup 2021. This is Zachary, and with me is Brian. We're currently watching the practice phase of race 2. Race 1 was won by Akil Risni, and we are looking for, and this is his car right now. Trust me, it's the only Corvette on the track right now with painted luminous metallic green. And mind you, it's a fast car, so is the other car. But can he do a second? That's it. Can he win race 2 as well? That remains to be seen, because currently we have Hayden Audi in first position, Veer in second, and Akil in third. And we have Asafi Asadi in fourth. We have Ang Wei Tse in fifth, Kevin Pereira in sixth, Amivan Pereira in seventh, Inuk in eighth. And Brian Pereira has the fastest lap time of 1 minute 37 seconds. Alright, we're seeing the race. Look at the sunrise. Was it sunset? No, just joking. Okay.
Looks like a sunset though. Looks
More
like
dramatic,
it.
huh?
Yeah.
That's it, man. Alright, we are on the grid. Okay, as driver we have Jensen Wong in lane 1, Mivan in 2, Amdad Hussein in 3, Hayden in 4, Ken Wu in 5th, and Ang Wei Tse in 6, Brian Pereira 7, 8 is Asafi Asadi.
And lights out and
What happened? The Nissan got stuck. Oh no, there's a major clash there. Oh my goodness, what a dramatic. Wait.
Wait, what was he doing? He
I don't
stopped
know.
at the start of the lights were out already. He was still dreaming, I guess.
I suppose forgot to release the handbrake. But anyway, here we go. In first position, Maven Pereira, followed by Amdad Hussein, Ken Wu, Asafi Asadi, Tiago Pereira, Kevin Pereira, Akil Nirisni, and Byron. Oh, I can say Byron. It's Brian. Byron. What's it, Byron? Is it a World War II fighter pilot? What? Amdad Hussein. Skid off and did a 360 turn on the track. Oh my goodness. Oh, there's another one. My goodness. We didn't mention that this track was going to have a bit of an issue, but I didn't expect it to start so early. Oh my goodness. A slow down penalty. What is it for? Let's see. Slow down penalty for Marin Pereira. It's a bit of a technical glitch. This is just a warm-up session, right?
Yeah.
Yep, warm-up session. See, it happened in the first one. If they have him, yes. Yeah, it's called the glitch. Glitch. How do you spell glitch? G-L-I-T. Nah, right. Yes, for those teachers, welcome. No, the race is not over. You're watching the CMSC MSS Cup 2021. We were just about more or less. We started race 2, and then we had the glitch, and then we're gonna start. The glitch. Yeah, things happen, but as you say, no one was hurt. Only your pride. This is your opportunity. If you just join us, you are very lucky. Grab your drink, grab your popcorn. We're not going to watch a movie. We are going to watch serious racing. Now, this second track is no easy track. We call it the triangle shape. It's called the Dragon Trail. Now, blame me for my eyesight. The first time I saw a Dragon Tail, I went in Google, where has such thing got Dragon Tail circuit? Then I want to make day. It's not tail, it's trail. Oh, sorry. And there we have it, race 2, Dragon Trail Seaside. After this, you can have seafood. Or more or less, you can see food crawling out the rock. But anyway, no problems. 12 laps, tire choice, soft or medium. The car class is GL3. Fuel consumption 5 times. And tire wear 8 times. Good luck to you. Can you imagine if you had a tire wear 8 times in Singapore roads? Siao, when you go to the petrol station, you go to change your tires. How many times? Change tires. You be happy? What's wrong with you?
No, the guys selling the tires will be happy. Like our
they would really be there. Yeah, you know, this in the future where you have this a station wagon that drives up in the expressway or something like that, drives up to you. Car puncture. You want me to change tire for you? They opens up the bag of war rack. Which tire you went? But before we change tire, I ask you, what's your budget? Where to get help? Okay. So are we back? All right. Yeah, that's great. It's great. So any changes? Oh my goodness, there's changes. Inuk _M. Okay, I'm just trying. Inuk has gone up to number 1. Is it? No. Brian Pereira.
Still a practice session.
Still practice.
This is a practice session.
Oh, okay. Let them practice. Well, they need practice if they're driving like that. And Brian Pereira doing what is he doing? Come on.
Yeah.
Just
so definitely something to be looking out for all of them. I mean, look at the way I think he was just trying to warm his tires, and then next thing you know, he just went into the wall. But yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. So you just joined us. This is the CMSC MSS Cup 2021. We are currently starting off the practice once again. because of some technical glitch. No worries. This is the beauty about e-racing. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Just don't get off your seat.
Just don't turn off your PC, right?
Yes, that's right. Don't do not control alternate delete. No, just joking.
Do not press alternate F4 multiple times.
Wow, then that's it. Maybe your I don't know what will happen if you press alternate F4 so many times.
You just close the game, just close everything, and then you just proceed to shut down the
shoots,
computer.
really? Oh my goodness. Imagine you're like getting ready to race, then you're like, why did you press alternate F4? And it's okay. It happens. Okay. That's Kevin Pereira currently in 4th position. And of course we got Mevan Pereira in 5th and Brian. They're just warming up till everything is ready and we get back to the grid again. Nice negotiating from Ang Wei-Tze. That was a tricky bit, the double chicane. Not charade. Anyway, there you have Jensen Wong in his Nissan. Oh, I mean, you didn't join us much earlier on in race 2 when you started off. His car stalled. I mean, for $1 million car that stalled, I'll be very, very worried. But anyway, everyone went through. There was a major glitch and everyone having issues, but I think we should be able to iron the kinks out and we will start the race shortly. But in the meantime, enjoy the scenery, more or less the cars, the livery and whatnot. And whoa, that was it. That's what you're mentioning, no control. Oh, too fast. Asafi Asadi in his famous orange and blue Porsche. Yeah, he started good earlier on, not too bad. But then again, he managed to claw his way back to 5th position after he had a kind of a middle bad start because he got involved in some incident and he spun around and he had a massive 3200th of a second to catch up, which he did.
Yep, he did, and thankfully for him, someone finished up his fuel, so he managed to take the last position.
That was really, who would have expected a car going out of fuel? I mean, that would be the last thing they want to manage. But then, yep, it should be interesting for us. There we go in.
Yes.
Zoom. All right, we're back on the grid. Okay, everyone is ready. You should be ready. I'm ready. Brian's ready. We are going to go for race 2. Currently in lane 1, we have Jensen Wong, Mevan Pereira, Amdad Hussein, Hayden, Ken Wu, Ang Wei-Tze, Brian Pereira, and Safi Asad. We're holding our breath. We're waiting for the lights. And we're off. Let's go. Woo!
Hayden's gets stuck there again. So
what's
Hayden
happening
is just
now?
not be able to start off the grid. So this time around, at least Jensen managed to get off the grid.
Yeah.
There's one car less stuck on the grid. But that was a weird start from Hayden. Now we'll get to see more and more drivers getting up the places. I think Tiago has made a very, very good...
Someone could say
a big incident there.
Yeah, I kind of stuck in the side there a bit, but he kind of made it out of there.
It looks like there was a big incident there, but there you go, Mevan Pereira. So that was a very good start from Tiago, Akil, and Kevin Pereira, I think. But now Akil is basically chasing down Tiago and Jensen Wong. I think it's before long that Tiago would overtake Jensen for that top spot of the podium. I mean, look at Jensen; he's just going off the track at the moment. Potentially just some pressure of getting someone faster coming from behind you. So that's probably why he had made a little of those mistakes here and there. I'm still trying to fight for his first place around the outside, but Tiago has got the inside line, the better line, and then he's through.
So much like the Singaporeans say, "Chonga," at that point in time, hopefully getting in. But I would say Jensen started off quite shaky a bit. The car control was drifting left and right. I think he was trying to get his car under control, of course. And Tiago actually capitalized on it. And now currently he's who is this? This is Brian Pereira. It's trying to get. Whoa, that was close. Oh my goodness, it's crazy. Woo.
Oh yeah, that's just unfortunate for Brian. I mean, he had the fastest step in the previous practice session, and now unfortunately he's down in P11. So we can see that Tiago really having very good pace here. Potentially we might see Akil going on an alternate strategy as well. He might be just saving fuel at this moment, and then and then he will try and get that
Someone
last spot
slammed
there.
against the side. Who was that? Oh
I
my
think that was
goodness.
Ken Wu.
Oh, Ken
Yeah,
Wu.
that was probably Ken Wu.
Oh, then I think Malaysia. Not too bad though, but yes, you can see all the. It's just like it's so difficult. Are they going too fast? Why it seems like they're having difficulty getting the car under control.
Yeah, it does look like they had some issues
Yep.
with the car. I mean, everybody looks like they're struggling with grip
Yep.
here. But yeah, but still things that Thiago has managed to gain the advantage over everybody else. He's about 4.8 seconds faster than Kevin at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and of course Kevin is now fighting with Asafi for that fourth place. Um, of course Asafi has been quite consistent. His starting has been quite good so far. And he's been able to defend from Kevin so far in the last two laps. So nothing major here after the second chicane. So most of them got through the lucky draw quite well. Don't
I
forget
like
they have
it,
to
like
go
it, draw.
to
Yeah.
they have to go through it 12 times though. So let's see how many times lucky they can get. Uh,
Yep.
but no, in all seriousness, I mean, it looks good that they are all good through that double chicane. I think that bit is the hardest bit on this track so far.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks like Asafi is still very comfortable in P4,
Mm-hmm.
and Jensen very comfortable in P2. I think the closest battle we have right now is between Asafi and Kevin Pereira.
Interesting update for them. Thiago Pereira in his third position, and Jensen Long is in second, and Akil's in third. Like you rightfully said, the fastest lap time was Thiago in 1 minute 38.1. Is he able to better that time since he's in front?
I would think definitely able to better the time. I mean, he has clear air in front of him. He has no traffic, nothing. I think that usually is the case for people to set faster laps. But of course, we saw at the back here the battle between Kevin and Asafi. Kevin passed on the inside earlier, so that's now up to Asafi to try and get back closer to Kevin and try and get him uh, as early as he can. Because while they are fighting, waiter is just sitting at the back looking at them. Good battle going on. When
Mm-hmm.
can I pounce? Because waiter's getting a lot closer than he was earlier. Um, so that definitely helped him potentially jump two guys uh, for that fourth place.
Yes, of course we have Safi Asadi currently like 6.3 hundredths of a second behind Thiago Pereira, trying to close up behind Kevin Pereira. I think there's a possibility that Thiago Pereira would be trying to pull away from Jensen.
I would think definitely trying to pull away from Jensen as much as he can. Because don't forget the next guy behind it's already Aq. So he wants to try and get as much gap as he can from
Yep.
Aq so that he can get a cruise, basically can cruise and get that win for this race too.
I think it's going to be Akil's strategy because if you recall back in race 1, Akil too was in third position and he held on to third position for a while before making his move.
Yep. But yeah, so we just need to watch whether or not the Corvette is able to manage his tires well enough to get through the 12 laps, because 12 laps is going to be a lot more taxing on the tires here compared to the Mount Panorama stand. So we shall see how he does it. But problem is he has to get past Jensen. If he doesn't get past Jensen, he's going to be there for a very, very long time, and that's just going to allow Thiago to keep pulling away from him, and the gap will just keep increasing, and by the time he wants to catch up, might be a bit too late for Akil already.
That's right, because Akil is currently up 5.8 hundredths of a second behind Thiago and 0.6 behind Jensen. So it's actually quite close. They might be closing the gap, but it's still early in the race. This is lap 4 of 12. And currently Jensen, who's in his Nissan NSX, is currently in second position. So basically, I was speaking too close. We always try not to jinx them. But then again, initially he started off the race. You can see that he had a bit of difficulty, and the rest as well in the start. It was a shaky start, I must say. But now I think they are almost like coming towards the halfway mark of the lap. They're trying to see. There's more control right now. And I think the top three are trying to wriggle their way out from the rest of the field and take it from there.
Yep. But yeah, I mean, look at Akil just getting so much closer now to Jensen. But Jensen doing a very good job defending from Akil. But now I think Akil has got a better exit and he is now
Oh, look at
able
that!
to hug on the outside actually in this case.
Oh, whoa! The
Yeah,
slight
he's
nudge
through.
there. Yeah, he's through, but
Yep,
there's a
he's
slight
through.
nudge there. Oh my goodness.
Yep, the slight tap towards the rear end from Jensen. Of course, probably didn't expect him to come out from there. And then now we see Kevin joining the party, trying to catch up to the both guys in front. But of course, as this whole action is happening, Thiago basically is pulling away. He's now 8.5 seconds in front of everybody here. So that's a huge gap between him and all the other drivers. As we now see two drivers going through the chicane, did they? Oh no, they didn't. So
Oh,
Tiago, no, not Tiago. Akio actually just let not say let, but like basically had to back out of that chicane, allowing Kevin to take up the third place. But very good job from Jensen because he has managed to keep that second place again. But the problem is his pace is not there, so he's just allowing Thiago to just keep pulling further and further away. Of course, that is now up to Thiago. Is basically Thiago's race to call. He's controlling the pace now. He is just in front and he's flying, absolutely flying. He did 1:37.9 the previous lap. So we see now Kevin on the inside of Jensen. Ooh, small slide from Jensen, but that allowed Kevin to go through already. So now it's just up to Akil whether or not he can overtake. But it looks like Ang Wei Zhe might potentially be
this
able to
guy's
snatch
nudging
that place
Akil.
from. Yeah, he
Akil,
might be
yeah.
able to snatch the place from Akil. Because Akil was stuck behind Jensen, so he has nowhere to go. But now, well, looks like things are settled out again. And it's getting ready to pounce again. Oh, Jensen just sliding,
Ooh, take his
using
car
the car there and
control. Yeah.
sliding.
Oh my goodness, that guy, Akil is trying very hard. Is trying to make way to it. Oh, that aggressive driving from Ang Wei Zhe coming in from the left hand side. This is going to be to the wire. Look at that.
Definitely. I
Oh,
mean, he looks basically the Jensen is struggling with tires. Look at the tire wear. It's almost half gone
oh my
already.
goodness.
So that is gonna be something to watch out because if he does spin, he potentially might take Akil out if Akil is just too close. Um, yeah, so this is gonna be something that Akil needs to make sure that he watch because look at Akil's tires. Akil tires is good as new. So he's been saving up tires.
Yeah.
So he's been saving up as much tires as he can. So I think here he's definitely going for the alternate strategy to everybody else.
Oh,
Because you can see now Waiter is coming into the pits,
yep.
and I think even Asapi just jumped into the pits. So everybody jumping into the pits for fresh tires and more fuel. So that is something that most of them would do because well, tire wear, like I said, it's 8 times and it's a lot harder on the tires on this track because there are a lot more turns, a lot more weight shifting, and yeah, that's how it's killing the tires faster than it
So
should.
Akil is like a leech to Jensen, and he's trying very hard, and he's successful. He has overtaken, and then it's down the corner. What's happening? It really, I think Jensen has to take more control on his car right now because he's really losing grip, and like he's rightfully say, if he doesn't keep an eye on it, something's gonna be very bad. Either he loses fuel first, which currently just past the quarter mark, and he's like 50% on old tires. It's tricky. It's tricky. It's either he make that call to pit in or not.
I think he should pit in. I mean, he has enough gap behind him at the moment to pit. But you can see that with Akil's tires, he's really pulled away.
Yep.
Even for Kevin, look at Kevin. He's basically saving his tires as well. So look, they both are very good with tires. And Thiago as well. So there potentially might be a fight towards the end. But I think, yeah, there you go. So Thiago is just coming in for the safe option, which is to pit, so that he makes sure that he gets that pressure tires on to try and chase down the others. So let's look, Kevin. Kevin, is he pitting? No, he does not. I think Kevin didn't pit the last round as well, right?
No.
If I'm not wrong. So definitely Kevin is going on the alternative strategy. So it's Akil. I mean, Akil's
Yeah.
tires are almost as brand new as the rest of
Yep.
the guys.
And that's passing out the half mark in terms of the fuel as well. So yeah, it's good observation, because you're looking at this point in time, it's different from the first race, and I think it all because in trying to maximize the use of your fuel and your tires as well. So if anything to go about, I think Akil needs to pit. If not, he'll be in for a very rude shock towards the end.
Yeah, potentially, because I think with the pace that Thiago is showing, he's definitely able to catch the guys in front, because 14 seconds is not that far. Earlier it was even further for both Kevin and Akil. So this is going to be something interesting to watch as we go down to the last quarter of the race. Last third, sorry. It's quarter? Third? Oh my God, my math is still me. Last third of the race. Yeah.
Currently lap 8 of 12, so things are heating up right now. Top 3, you have Kevin Pereira, Akil, and also Mivan Pereira. Thiago Pereira is currently 13.500 of a second behind Kevin. Does he have the power to try to close up the gap? Who knows? Anything is possible.
Yep, and Akil has actually closed the gap to Kevin now. So he's about 4.9 seconds behind Kevin. Kevin has been doing a 1 minute 39s, 1 minute 40s. I think Akil is doing it's in the 1:39s, if I remember correctly. So that is going to be something to watch out for, because as you see, Kevin's tires are starting to drop about 50% at the moment. But definitely Kevin's need to pick up his pace, otherwise he's going to lose that top spot to Akil very, very quickly. So there you have it. Okay, so Akil is also driving, lapping around the same time as Kevin. But yeah, it does feels like Akil is actually slowly trying to catch up to Kevin already, but with each lap pass. Mivan didn't pit. I think he pitted way earlier because of the incident. So that's why he is down in P3. But of course, he has a very hot Thiago behind him, who probably try and make a move and overtake him to try and catch the rest in front.
Yeah, we were making sense about Thiago falling all the way to the back, but here he is at the 4th position, closing up the gap with Mivan Pereira. And oh, there's a slight nudge. Oh, it's a skid on the right hand side, coming in from the inside. Oh, that was very close. Good control.
Yep, good control on Mivan's portion as well, because Thiago was basically sliding through the corner. And well, that basically gave Mivan that place back. Yeah, but of course now Thiago is trying to go on the outside. I think the outside line doesn't really work as well. So Mivan Pereira just basically trying to defend with all his life, with whatever he can, as they go through the chicane. 2 cars going through the chicane.
Oh my goodness! Whoa, that was really close. Whoa, look at that.
So Mivan was basically using the wall as a brake barrier for him through that corner. Wow, that was
the aggression. My goodness, it's like 2 same cars, same performance, but differently. They're really pushing it this time round. My goodness, and we are just dreaming of having 2 cars at chicane. And there you have it. Okay.
Yep.
Never say die attitude.
Yep. But now Thiago has to keep pushing, because he's now dropped 1 second further behind the leaders from earlier.
Yeah, but he made an improvement now. He's currently in 3rd position, and definitely he's going to close up the gap between Akil Risni and himself with a close eye on Kevin Pereira. But does he have the time? Because we're now into the 10th lap and 2 more laps to go. But like you said, anything is possible. What about our friend here, Jensen? Has he or has he not? My goodness, he has done it. He has just changed his tires. He's topped up fuel. And he's going.
Yep. But
so, too late.
For Jensen, he didn't have the pace earlier anyway, so he was just holding up a lot of the other drivers earlier. But I think for him, he was very good at the defense, so he did a very good job with defending from the rest. Then here we see, here we go. Angwaiter basically now trying to catch, who is this in front? Asafi in front. So really, really pushing very hard to catch Asafi. But Asafi unfortunately has slowed down quite a bit.
Hopefully it's not like a technical issue or something like that, no? Or
it's but his pace doesn't seem to be there anymore. So he seems to just be in 6th. I think he might be able to catch up. Oh, he just stepped the wall there.
Oh no!
Oh my goodness! Into the wall. Unfortunate for him. I mean, like we mentioned, this is going to be the tricky bit
Yep.
for most of the drivers. And yeah, that's how he lost two positions there. Really unfortunate for him. I think he had a decent race so far, but now he has to now climb back up. And well, his teammate, not, I think they're teammates. I'm not too
Yep.
sure if
Yep.
they're
The
actually
teammates
teammates
at
because
same
they're both
five one
under
and two.
Simpai.
Yep.
Yep. So, well, his teammate just passed him, so now he has to get himself back into the groove.
Oh, he
Oh,
skidded
and he
again.
spun again.
Oh my
Yeah, he
goodness.
spun again.
Oh my goodness.
So there he is. It's out in P11 now. As you can see, Kevin Pereira holding a steady lead actually. So that means, well, Akil is not catching to Kevin. So
Hmm.
we might potentially have a different winner because this is lap 11
Yep.
of the race already. I mean, time passes so quickly when we're enjoying it. I mean, isn't it?
Yeah. Woo! Maybe
Yep.
Tiago has
But
that much
yeah,
of time to maybe has to save some grace whether he can catch up with Akil, but Akil is like 2.5 hundred per second ahead of him. Can he do something?
exactly. But it feels like Thiago might be a little bit too late at the moment. If there was another like additional two more laps, he potentially might be able to catch Q unless Q slows down or it's not fast enough. Because Thiago just did a 1:37.7,
Hmm.
and definitely Q and Kevin has not done that much faster. Look, it's 1 minute 40.7, so that's 3 seconds slower already compared
Oh.
to Thiago.
Hmm.
So we might get a fight between. Oh, we actually potentially might get a fight between P2 and P3
Yep. Look at that.
because as they cross the line,
Yep. They're trying very
as
hard,
they
and he still has
yep,
important that opportunity. Now it's like the Corvette versus the Porsche in terms of speed. Down the lane, and he's trying desperately to close up, and he's
yep,
doing. Yep. Is it a possibility? Let's check the time again. Yep.
yeah.
He's
So it's
closing
a
the
huge
gap. He's closing
possibility.
the gap.
Yeah,
0.9 hundred per second. 8. He's really closing up. Whatever he's doing right now, he's doing it really good. And if Donhead Akil must be sleeping because he can see in the rear view mirror that he's actually closing the gap. And there you have it. It's not that far. That's not that far. He's really closing up. Oh my goodness.
yep. And don't forget, Thiago has a lot fresher tires compared to Aq. Aq has been driving that tires for the last 12 laps, and Thiago has fresher tires. Of course, that lead in front just now really helped him a lot in the pit stop, giving him that much time to come back out to catch the leaders. As you
Yep,
see,
and he's
Thiago
done
Pereira
it.
now
He's
already
overtaken.
going past.
Whoa, he's done it.
Yeah,
Thiago has done
he's
the
done it.
impossible. Okay, he's that's 4.4 hundred per second behind Kevin. I think he's gonna go for it. I don't know whether it's too late, but then again, he's done it with Akil. So I do see any side of him? No, I can't see him at
No,
all.
I
Nah,
think for Kevin,
yeah.
he's definitely guaranteed that first position unless he spins. But for Thiago, amazing. Once he got past Janssen earlier, he basically just kept going and kept pushing. And I think Thiago has the most pace compared to all these drivers. As we now come through the final corner of the final lap, and we see Kevin passing by the where's the finish line? As he crossing the finish line, this is our new winner for
Woo! Yay!
round two. And Thiago and Akil coming up in P2 and P3.
Yeah.
And even Piera, not pitting, and oh no, he's basically out of fuel again.
Oh
I think
no!
that's his out of fuel.
Oh, lightning
Oh,
doesn't
but he's
strike the
fast.
lane. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Ah.
Oh, there he goes. He gets that P4. So P4. So very, very good job from him. Jensen doing a very good job early on in defending. Comes home in P8. Inuk, we didn't see him in race one,
Mm-hmm.
and now we see him in race two as Kenu comes in rounding out the top 10. Unfortunate race for Asafi.
Yep.
I think he was doing quite well. If you look at his lap times, the lap times were all quite decent. But unfortunately, that mistake twice cost him a bit too much, and he's now coming on in P11. And of course, rounding off the top, the final 12 position is Amdad Hussein. I think he had a couple of incidents earlier, and unfortunately, that has relegated him to the bottom and the last final position.
Ooh, but really, what a race from Thiago Pereira. And that moment, we thought it was almost too late with 2 laps to go. And he did the impossible. He managed to overtake Akil in a neck-to-neck tie and clinch the second position. Well done, Thiago. But fantastic.
Yep.
Kudos to Kevin Pereira. A job well done for holding on and keeping our trouble. But, well, he's got it. He's done it. He's done it. We got a new winner in race 2.
Yep. So this is gonna be exciting to the championship because well, you definitely and he's got up 10 positions from where he
Woo!
started. So
Amazing.
that's amazing stuff
Yeah.
from Kevin.
Yeah, it's an
Yeah.
opportunity that he really made sure. But it's a sad thing for Thiago. We saw the potential, but he made up, in the other race as well. But now for that, but that's amazing move. We saw the gap. We knew how far it was. It was like, nah, I don't think you'll be able to. But either he did something, or Akil decided to, I think I'm in second position, let's take my foot off a bit, something like that. But and I was just looking at the clock, and the gap was just closing. I was like, unbelievable. Here we have
He
Kevin
def-
Pereira, 20 minutes 14.239. Thiago in second, 2018 or in 571, and Akil in third with his Corvette shining still, 2018.994. Congratulations to our top three winners and the rest as well for a job well done and really interesting racing.
yeah, amazing stuff. But of course, I think Thiago, if he wasn't impeded earlier, when he's trying to overtake, I think Mivan Pereira,
Mm-hmm.
he could have easily tried to catch Kevin Pereira hit. But of course, racing is racing.
Yep.
As we saw how Janssen managed to hold everybody back and allow Thiago to pull away. Same thing for that particular one. So basically, unfortunate for Thiago. I think he could have gotten that top spot today.
Yep.
But the strategy sort of worked out for him because he had pressure tires towards the end, so he could easily catch Akil. You saw the exit, much better exit from him, and then he was basically catching up to Akil on the straight already. So
Yeah.
amazing job from all of them.
Jensen too started well. Currently now in finishing in eighth position. I mean, I suppose he could have actually managed it better in terms of his tires and fuel, and he waited pretty late to it, and it kind of cost him.
Yeah, it did cost him quite a bit. He left it to quite late because he was already starting to struggle with the tires. He could have easily gone into the pits that much earlier to pit for another set of tires, but he chose to stay out. Um, so that was I would say a wrong call from him. Of course, we didn't get to see much of the other drivers today. I mean, we did see a lot of chaos on the track earlier
Yeah, the
at
first
the start
part
of the
of it,
race.
I was very worried when they started off, and it was not even to the like 15 seconds, and he had all the car doing
Yeah,
double spin, like being spun
yeah,
on.
exactly. Yeah, I mean, we even saw Hayden Audi left the race because I think he basically couldn't start the car. I think it could be an equipment failure,
Mm-mm.
unfortunately, because the car just didn't move, and the next thing you know, he was out of the race. So that was unfortunate. But the rest we saw them, two of them going to the wall. I think Brian
Yeah.
Pereira again also going to the wall as well. Basically, he didn't have the pace. Um, yeah. So it's a interesting race. Not what we expected, but fun overall always.
Yeah, and remember that little double chicane with Ang Wei Tze, two cars going in neck and neck. They were really like desperate trying to squeeze through, and we were just talking about, I don't think two cars would want to try that, but they did, and he came out victorious for that brief moment. But then, of course, we know the race as such. Now there's always little quirks here and there from the drivers. Always exciting. It's like a soap drama, and I really enjoyed myself, especially I think to me it was exciting overall. We could see a few of them were actually initially struggling, but they kind of controlled the car, and it was really good. I'll take some bit of a playback that we have in terms of the first day, and you have it. The Hayden was stuck there. The Aston Martin Bond forgot to top up fuel. I mean, anyway, so so yeah, so we started off with Jensen pulling away, good lead, followed by Mark Hussein and also Brian Pereira. But then here's
Even
where everything started to go wrong when all it was a mayhem. It's like someone pulling in, and all of a sudden, look at that, a major catastrophe here. All the cars going all over the place. Oh my goodness, that in real life would
yeah.
have stopped the race on its own.
Yep, definitely would have stopped the race on his own. Look at yeah. So Viren unfortunately had pace, but was out of the race essentially. As you saw MDEP at the back. Basically driving quite cleanly. I think he had a slower start at the start beginning, and then he managed to keep up to the rest of the grid. See, even at this point trying to overtake Safi as well. So I think Inuk had a quite a decent race um for the start. Of course, here we also already see Kevin up in P6.
Mm-hmm.
So he's really been doing very well, trying to get through the grid. Of course, in reverse grid, a lot of these type of things will happen because the pace differential between the top guys and the bottom guys is quite huge. So that's why we get to see, cars basically going through so much easily, like how Thiago and Aq went through. Um, and here he was just waiting because he's looking at Ken Wu and Brian Perora just fighting it out, trying to see who will get victorious, and then there you go. So Brian Perura just tapped the wall a little bit there,
Yeah.
and then he was sent into the other side of the wall. So well, it's unfortunate for him though because he was up in P5. I think he had pace as well, but there you go. Just tap the wall a bit, and then he was sent
Oh,
to
look
the
at that.
wall already.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh,
So that gave Kevin that much more leeway. And of course, I think he's much faster than Kenu in this space. So down the inside, taking that inside line through, and then there you have it. He is up in V4.
it's amazing because I mean, a lot of the guys came in. There's a sudden change in terms of the position, midway. But anyway, here we have Thiago, who was leading. I mean, it's a showcase, but the mistake that he made actually cost him. Let's say
Yep.
if there was 13 left, then maybe they had a possibility for him to chase.
Yeah, definitely. I think he would have easily caught up to Kevin. He was already like 2 seconds faster every lap. So that was an amazing stuff from him. But of course, at this point you can see that Aki was actually in front of Kevin. But unfortunately, because Aki was just trying to overtake Jensen, right?
Yes.
He was always stuck behind Jensen, and then
Mm.
Kevin just took the opportunity to go on the outside and then overtook both Aq and Jensen at the same time. So that gave Kevin that track position, and then there you have it. He was in P1. Of course, Thiago coming in for the pit stop, the all crucial pit stop that gave him that lead, that that he took away his lead from. But after that, getting past Mevin here, Mivan here, and then chasing down Aq. Basically, look at that, 1:37.7. So very
Mm.
very quick lap time from him.
And then he was the
Basically, he was
only one that
punching.
had that lap time though. Quite close. The one was
Exactly.
1:37.992 in the
Yeah,
fourth. Yep.
exactly. So that was it, and then we see the change of P2. So basically, just waiting at the back, and then once he had a better exit out of this corner, if I'm not wrong,
Yep.
yeah, there you go. He's already right in front.
That's a good move on his part though. And towards the end,
Yep,
and it's amazing how he actually closed up the gap.
yep. And Akil tried to fight back, but I think that was pretty much it already. There was so much that he could do. He tried to go on the inside. Oh,
And
at
look,
some
his
point he was
fuel.
ahead.
Yeah, his fuel light is blinking.
Yeah, I feel like blinking as
Yeah.
well. Lesser tires because he went on the inside and then went wide. So that gave actually he could have gotten P2 back, but I mean he went wide, so that's where Thiago pounced, and with fresher tires, much more grip. That's how Thiago got that P2 done.
Wow, that's amazing. But then, like you said, it was this really, really close for him. Yeah, but good job on his part though in terms of trying to close up the gap. And what a race it was in the end. Okay, between these two races, which one was your favorite?
Well, we saw much more action on race 2, so more action is always more fun. So that's
I
my favorite.
okay, yeah, but I mean, I was like you mentioned earlier on between the two different circuits, they actually present different skills and strategies involved. But I must say, for all of them, they did pretty good job, and for those who actually won, kudos to you. Well, it goes to show though, sad that we didn't have Ethan with us, but I believe he's watching somewhere, or whether it's a delayed telecast, he'll be watching and thinking, these are two guys that I have to be really cautious about because you must have that false pretense in round one thinking, wow, I can win both races. Maybe I can do that. But whatever reasons why he's not racing today, he's got a lot on his hands in round three when they come together. All right, so it's just it's a waiting game. Like you say, anyone else, we just have to wait and watch and see what will happen from there on. So which part of the race actually stood out for you?
I think race 2 was the change of the lead, more for P2, and then Kevin trying to take the outside line to overtake both Jensen and Aq. I think that was a very nice move from him. I think it's a very calculated move, and that calculation that he did, and that allowed him to basically take the lead, take the track position at that point in time because
Mm-mm.
Thiago was still very far in front, right? And of course, Thiago was always going to be pitting, so he took the opportunity to keep the track position, and then basically Thiago pitted, he got the first place. So it's a bit unfortunate on I think on RQ, choosing that wrong line because he was always constantly behind Jensen because he wanted to take the slipstream and then moving out. But because of that, um, Kevin was always on this side, so he had nowhere to go. So that's why he was stuck, and then basically managed to just go through. And at that point in time, I think Johnson was already losing grip in his tires, if you remember correctly. So unfortunate for him
Like
in
you
that
mentioned
sense.
earlier on about being critical in your decision making, but sometimes you believe that it's in the thick of the action you try to kind of wrap your head against, you know, that pressured under pressure position where you're driving, and then here you're trying to keep yourself safe from incoming oncoming cars, and then you make that move, and that's it. And we've seen a lot of them having issues also getting to what they want. All right.
Yep.
Well, what do you expect in the next round? Now that we know we got like three different drivers with the ability to create more excitement, but then again, you and I know there are going to be surprises in round three.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be surprise. I mean, that's the last round of this entire season, this championship. Um, it'd be nice to see Ethan back driving.
Yep.
That's for sure. That will give us a lot more action, hopefully. But of course, it's good to see all the other drivers driving today. I mean, I was really glad to see everybody there putting themselves out there to get as much points as they can. Of course, the championship table is going to move very drastically. Of course, in Kevin Pereira's favor, in Akio Rasmin's favor, and potentially in Thiago Pereira, because Thiago Pereira now has 16 points, but with that last win, that's probably 22 points. No, 18 points, but with
Mm-hmm.
the passer step. So I don't know whether the passer step count for anything, but basically he'll get a lot more points out of that. Um, but yeah, will be exciting to watch the rest of the grid at the next race.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of thing, a really exciting bit of racing for us. And if those of you just joined us towards the end, well, we just ended race two of the CMSC MSS Cup 2021. We had a wonderful time, lots of action. I was really sad for me personally. I was hoping to see Ethan because I came in to this race and I heard so much about him and I was really looking forward to it. I think he heard that was coming lah. Then he said, okay lah, better not lah. Make it exciting on round three or something like that. But anyway, to put matters into perspective, no, it was really an awesome race. We saw lots of weird bits of driving and then also some exciting bits as well. And again, kudos to Akil and also kudos to our friend. Okay, Mr. Pereira. Okay, mind which Pereira? With a real Pereira, please stand up. It's like three Pereiras with no eye and one Pereira with an eye. But anyway, it was really exciting. Sad to see some of them had the option of being able to actually take over and grab hold of the whole situation, but they kind of missed that opportunity as well. But I think it's really great to see how they are trying to make a comeback as well. So now you have the next race. Now we don't know where the track is. This is the secret bit they don't tell you until much later, right?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, you and I, we both don't know what the next race is gonna be, right? So
We can only guess lah. It's a track on. We know one is a real track they mirror upon, and the other one should be a virtual track. That's as accurate as we can get.
do we maybe we might get Spa? Let's hope we get some Spa action there. Maybe that'll be
Yeah,
nice.
spa. I like spa. You know, the massages and all that is really good. But yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry, you're talking about track. Okay, here we go. Yes, of course we're dealing the track. Spa. Yes. I think it'd be a nice track for them. Hey, why not just throw in Macau? Hey, that'd be good.
Oh, Macau will be interesting. Yeah, Macau will be interesting.
Yeah, Macau will be good,
definitely will
and
be
everyone will like really get stuck, and let's see how you overtake in those narrow lanes. Happen. But anyway.
Macau will be hard. Macau will be exciting to watch as well.
Yeah. Anyway, Asafi Asadi. I only say I mean, it just didn't go down well for him today. But hopefully, in the next third race, it would be good, right? And
Yeah.
yeah, all right. So okay, then we should take a break right now. You want coffee? Just joking.
I would like some coffee. I don't mind some coffee.
We wish, right? Sponsors with coffee, but no, but anyway, the interesting bit about it is that I think we can really go and put our money's worth on these guys, because we know that they're really going to do really well about it. And I suppose that they're going to be really exciting to see them. Ethan, please come for round 3, and then we will do this, and then we will do all this best and whatnot. All right, okay. But before we go, all right, you like to thank our sponsors, Stanford Tires, Falcon on the Pass, Action for Road Safety as well, and of course CMSC and MSS for putting this fantastic race together. Really enjoyed everything, and Simfire, of course, not forgetting. And of course, it was a blast hosting the show with you. It's always good to have a person. It's quite lonely to host alone. I might be talking to a wall, unless next time in the future we host, right, you have me and one AI. But that should be it. So anyway, thank you so much, Brian. It was a pleasure hosting with you. It was always a great fun, and enjoyed myself. I hope you enjoyed yourself as well.
Yep, definitely. It's a good
Okay.
pleasure.
All right. Now, in the meantime, to all our participants, stay safe, healthy. See you all on the 5th of December for round 3 of the CMSC and MSS Race at Home Cup. I'm Zachary, and he's the handsome one, Brian Chua. We will see you when we see you. In the meantime, take care. Bye-bye.